all the WAN devices are onboarded. Now let's integrate the MPLS transport here, and let's start the actual SD-WAN. Your actual SD-WAN starts from here only. Now we have covered around 10 hours content, not 10, more than 10, 12 hour hardly, 12 to 14 hour content, right? In this we understood why we need SD-WAN, some theory part of SD-WAN, about the connections, like about the overlay technology, how SD-WAN is working, like what is T-lock, what is VPN 0, transport VPN, service VPN, OMP protocol, BFD protocol, right? And the onboarding process like lab setup in the event G. In the production environment, when you are going to work on the SD-WAN technology, guys, you will get this scenario only, right? The deployment will be already there. All the devices are online, and let's suppose this is the new requirement in the company. What is the requirement? You need to integrate one more transport, that is MPLS. Okay, so in the existing infrastructure there is only one transport, that is internet. So is there any redundancy or load balancing possible? Is there any backup path between data center and branches, right? So for an example, the requirement is we need to integrate one more transport. It can be MPLS, it can be LTE, 4G, 5G, it can be Metro Ethernet, it can be any transportation. It can be lease line. Getting my point?
Yes.
Right? So in the existing infrastructure, you can see why I have one vManage, one vBond, one vSmart, and 6 WAN edge devices. All are online. All are working fine. Here, this is the main dashboard of your vManage, right? From where you can control all the WAN edge devices like your VAs, CAs, as well as the controller, right? If I will talk about the main dashboard of your vManage, so you can see many informations are there. First one is dashboard. Here is the main dashboard. Here is the VPN dashboard, then security dashboard, right? In the second monitor tab, guys, we have monitoring tools. We can check geographic, we can check networks, alarms, events, audit log, and ACL log. So this is related to monitoring the network. These all are the monitoring tools available on vManage dashboard, right? Also, one advantage of using Catalyst SD-WAN is their dashboard. Their dashboard looks very simple. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Right? Apart from the monitoring, here I have the configuration tab, and under configuration you can see devices configuration, certificate, network design, template, policy, security, cloud on road for SaaS, and cloud for on-ramp for infrastructure as a service, right? So this is related to, guys, configuration. These are related to, again, clouds, and we are going to use these all tab. We have already seen the devices. Under devices we have two types of devices, controller and WAN edge devices. Under WAN edge devices you will find your VAs or CAs, and under controller will find either manager or vManage, controller or vSmart, validator or vBond. On the controller you can see we have these controllers, and these controllers are nothing but the software, right? Either we can deploy this software on our own server, that is on premises, or we can deploy it over cloud. In the WAN edge list we have only VAs cloud. The second tab is tool tab, right? Like SSH terminal, I can access any device from my vManage. Rediscover network, operational commands, there are some tools under tools tab. Then maintenance tab is there, then administrative tab is there, right? From where we can manage the vManage, like we can change the organization name, we can configure the vBond, we can, like, various informations are there, and we can edit, whether you can view or edit. So hope you have basic idea about the dashboard of vManage. If you have already access, you have configured, onboarded all the managed devices over vManage, then you can go through everything. Now let's integrate the MPLS here. How to verify the transport? You can check control connection, you can check the IPsec, you can check the T-lock, right? So right now all the managed devices will have only one T-lock. T-lock stands for transport locator, unique identity of transport. So if there is one T-lock, that means there is one transport. And how I can verify the T-lock? So OMP lock, the command, right? So on any managed devices, you can see, let's say 4.4.4 DC T-lock, DC T-lock. So 4.4.4 is advertising only one T-lock, and what is the color there? Is inter. Okay. Okay, guys. Now I am going to configure this interface also here. Between switch and DC WAN, I have one more link. This link. Correct?
Yes.
And here I am going to use different subnet even. Which subnet? 200.1.1.10. So first of all, let me access this WAN device. And okay, even before configuring this link, let me configure the MPLS router. No. And where is the command? Here is the command, right? So see guys, these are the command to configure IP addresses on the MPLS router. That's it, nothing else. On all the interfaces I am going to configure IP address. So let me copy the command and let me paste it over here on MPLS router. All the commands are accepted. You can verify. So IP interface brief exclude unassign. MPLS is private connection, that's why I'm using private IP addresses. We'll configure BGP over here. Done. Here. Here. Confirm.
Yes, yes.
Config host name I'm going to say MPLS, and let's write the config. The
I think it's administrative down. No, no shutdown not given to all.
so IP interface brief. Okay, interfaces are down. Config T interface range F0/0, F1/0, F2/0, F3/0,
Yes. Yeah.
F4/0, and F5/0. Range command.
Think, no, no. Command is correct, but that much together it will not. I think till 4 or 3 it will work. Yes.
Insert
No, other two separately. You need to.
other. So down. Let's write the configuration. So IP interface brief exclude unassign. Good. All the interfaces are up. How many interfaces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the 6 interfaces are configured. So we are done with IP configuration on MPLS router on DC switch. Also I need to configure IP on MPLS link. Dot 2 is running on MPLS router, so I will configure dot 1 over here. Interface E1/1. You know how to configure IP address on switch port. First of all, we have to make layer 3 port by running command no switch port, and then IP address 10.1.1.1 Let me ping MPLS router, ping 10.1.1.2. The ping should work. You can see ping is working, right? Now I am going to configure BGP here between DC switch and MPLS router. How to configure BGP router? BGP AS
AS
number,
number.
I am going to use 100. Side ID
Yeah,
and
yeah.
AS number is going to be same. Okay.
Okay.
Then neighbor, who is neighbor?
Neighbor.
10.1.1.2 and remote AS. On the MPLS router, let's say I am going to use 1000. Remote AS
Yeah.
1000. Any network I need to advertise in BGP?
I think you can advertise that our V Smart, that
See,
IP range.
this network, this subnet should be
Yeah,
reachable from all the WAN devices
yeah.
through MPLS also.
Yes. 100 dot
So we need to advertise this network in BGP,
100.1.1.
right? So that DC which will advertise it to MPLS, and MPLS is going to advertise to all the WAN devices, right?
Yeah.
So these WAN devices can reach to DC to these controllers through internet also with the help of default route, and through MPLS also with the help of BGP, correct?
Yes, right.
So let me advertise that network and
100 dot
100.1.1.0
dot 0
mask
mask
552552555.0.
0.
One more thing, when we will configure this interface, then this network also we need to advertise in BGP, right?
Right, right.
So let me one thing, let me configure also
Yeah, you can use that command also. No? Yeah.
network
200.
200.1.1.0. Again here
I
saying mask,
100 you taken 10. Yeah, yeah, okay,
the
okay.
IP address 10 is the
Okay, sir.
IP address on DC, and then go
Uh,
to
1 minute, sir. Can you check? Like, I think that IP we had not used. No, like that headquarters. Can you just move this?
headquarter. In headquarter,
The same IP we had taken. So I think we need to.
okay, so we are using IP, the
So we should
router
BGP 100.
100. Let me remove this command,
Yeah.
say no, and instead of this here I am going to use, let's say
200 dot 10 dot you can use 10 dot.
20.1.1.0.
Yeah, fine. But then it will be private only. Yeah.
20.1.1.0 work 20.1.1.0 and mask 55255.255 dot interface 0/3, again say no switch port, and IP address 20.1.1 dot. Here I am going to configure 255.255.255 dot exit, and let me save the configuration. And on this is also, let me configure here this interface, and on this interface what will be the color?
MPLS.
I'm going to use this interface for MPLS, so here I will configure color MPL. So run VPN 0. So in VPN 0 till now I have only one interface, which is 0/0, and color over here is internet, right? Let me configure another interface also, config t, and go to VPN 0, say interface G0/1, no shutdown, and IP address 20.1.1/24, and then tunnel interface allow service all, allow service netconf, and allow service SSHD. Is default route required here?
No.
Not required, because we will enable BGP later,
Yeah.
right? So color,
Color,
color is missing. Color
encapsulation. Yeah, encapsulation. Anyway, default it is IPsec only. No?
encapsulation IPsec, yes. Now I am going to, right? Even we can enable BGP also. At the same time, we can enable BGP also. Here I can say router BGP. AS number is going to be what?
Should be 100.
AS number is going to be
100.
same AS number I am using. Then neighbor. Who is neighbor? 20.1.1.2. And then remote AS of neighbor. Remote AS is also 100. You all know guys IBGP. This is IBGP or EBGP?
This is IBGP.
IBGP, right? Any other command is required here?
Uh, I
Nothing.
think it's there.
Everything is fine here. I am going to enter.
And
Let
I
me,
think in above that switch, I think we need to add this.
yes, yes,
This.
we'll add this neighbor command. One more neighbor command on switch. Okay. And let's commit the configuration. So this is how we are configuring BGP on VH through CLI. Through template also you will learn how to configure BGP, but this is how we can configure BGP through CLI, right? Now go to DC switch, and on DC I am going to add one more neighbor command. Router BGP S number 100 and neighbor 20.1.1.1 and remote AS of neighbor is 100. Now what I am expecting guys, BGP neighborship between DC switch and VH, DC VH. So IP BGP summary. Even here you can see the log message. So IP BGP summary. So you can see we have this neighbor is idle MPLS router, but this neighbor is okay. Done. So here we have formed the BGP neighborship between DC switch and this VH. And color over here is MPLS. Color over here is Biz Internet. Right. So now this DC VH will have how many T log? 2 T log will be there, right guys? T log is combination of 3 things. May I know the each one?
Yeah. System IP.
So system IP in both T log is going to be what? 4.4.4.
Or
Then
the
encapsulation.
encapsulate.
Encapsulation is also going to be same IPsec.
And color will be different.
Color is going to be
Or
different. Here color is Biz Internet
this
and
internet
here
and
color is LS. So you can see both the T logs are unique, right?
right.
Put T log. Now let me take you to MPLS router, and here I am going to enable BGP config T router BGP S number. Here I am running 1000, I think. Neighbor,
Right.
sorry,
Neighbor.
get it. So section.
No. I think we starting now only.
So router 1000
The
and neighbor
neighbor
10.1.1.1
one
and remote AS of this neighbor is
100.
100. Now here also I am expecting what? Neighborship, and after the neighborship I am expecting this 20 subnet in the BGP table on MPLS router. Yes or no?
20 and 100. That 100.1 dot.
100 and yes 20.
Yes, right.
So now we have BGP neighborship. We can verify it. So IP BGP summary done.
Yeah, two prefixes
And
we are
so
using.
IP BGP. You can see it is receiving 2 prefixes.
This is
Both are valid as well as test. So MPLS router is going to install it in their routing table. So IP route. Good. Clear?
yeah.
Here we need to add some more neighbor command. Let me add those all neighbor command first here. Router BGP 1000 and neighbor
Neighbor might be
10
10
dot
dot
1 dot
1 dot 2 dot
2 dot 1
1
and
space
remote AS is 1.
1.
Here side ID is 1, so I am going to use 1 there. 1. Then another neighbor 10.1.3.1 with branch 1 VH2.
Yeah.
And
Remote IS we can use two.
same.
Sorry. Oh yeah,
Then neighbor 10.1.4.1 remote AS.
two,
Neighbor 10.1.5.1 remote AS.
three.
Neighbor 10.1.6.1 remote AS.
No, sir, it's 7.1.
7.
Focus on
7.1 remote AS.
4.
4. Right, later we can see if any other commands are. But by the way, here I don't have any link in headquarter. So let me save the configuration and show IP BGP summary. Okay, so some neighbors are idle, some active. Now let me access this VH branch 1 VH1 config VPN 0 router CPS number 1 neighbor 10 dot 10.2.1.2 10.1.2.2 the MPLS interface IP address MPLS router interface IP address dot dot and remote AS is 1000. Let me commit. After the commit, guys, here I am expecting again neighborship. How to verify the
Yeah.
neighborship? So IP, so
B.
BGP summary.
Okay. BGP summary.
Neighbor is
Active.
active. Why neighbor is active? Who will tell me? Because the MPLS interface is not configured till now in VPN 0. So run VPN 0. In VPN 0 we have only one interface. When we have
Okay.
enabled the BGP, right?
Yeah.
But interface is not there, G0/1. So let me add that interface. VPN 0 interface G0/1 0/1 no shutdown and IP address 10.1.2.1/24
For
and then
tunnel interface.
tunnel interface color
Color
MPLS
MPLS.
encapsulation
MPLS.
IPsec allow service
Service
all
all.
allow
Allow
service netconf
for
and allow service
yes.
then after the commit I am expecting BGP neighborship over here and after BGP neighborship I am expecting the routes 120 the BGP table, right? So let me check the BGP summary now. Till neighbor is active. Now neighbor is established, right? So BGP, so BGP route. So you can see in BGP table I have 8.1.1.0/24 as well as 20.1.1.0/24. Clear, guys? Is
Right.
it clear? So IP route also you can check. Here, should I reduce some size for better output? Is it visible? It is not
Yes, sir.
visible, then
Yes.
it is visible like this. You can check. So you can see works are okay. On which interface? On G0/1. So now I can ping 100.1.1.1. Let's say vman is and from which source? from source. I'm going to say source interface P0/1. So you can, why ping is not working from this side? Now who will answer? Still this WAN edge device is not
Yeah,
reachable to controller.
because they are not having that route now. This MPLS need to share the route.
Reply packet is not coming, right?
Right, right, right. The packet is going towards that, but to reply in that switch, there is no route.
Very good. Reply is going, sorry, request is going, but reply is not coming. The reason, this subnet, this subnet is not here in the routing table of DC switch. Yes or no? In the DC switch, even you can verify it. Let's say I'm going to access CS server for an example, and here I'm going to enable the debugging. Debug IP ICMP ICMP, and now I am going to ping this from this WAN edge device. What is the IP address of CS server 4 na? 1.4. So see, I'm not able to ping, but you can see CS server is generating reply, right? Destination 10.1.2.1, right guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually DC switch is dropping the traffic. So let's do one thing here on the MPLS router.
We need to advertise all the networks.
All the connected network, right? So router BGP 1000 and network 10.1.2.0 mask 255.255.255 dot network 10.1.3.0 4.0 5.0 and 7.0, right? And let me save the configuration. Now I can close the MPLS console and let me take you to branch 1, and now let me ping to C server. You can see ping is working, right? I can try to ping vmanage also now. Vmanage, you can see ping is working. So now the controllers are reachable through MPLS also. So IP check inbound connection. So guys, for an example, with 4.4.4, 4.4.4 is DC VH. So how many IP sessions are there with 4.4.4? Between branch 1 VS, branch 1 VS1 and DC VH, how many IP sessions are there? Here system IP is 5.5.5.5. System IP over here is 4.4.4.4, right? So 4.4.4 and 5.5.5. 4.4.4, 5.5.5 to IPsec. Here color is internet, and
I think we have not done any
remote
like.
color is what?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it should be four only, but I think you have not done the restriction and all.
Yeah, we need to do the restriction, that is fine, but here
It is forming with the MPLS.
trying to form MPLS, right? So we can restrict the color. What will happen, guys? See, internet color will also try to establish IPsec with MPLS, and MPLS will also try to establish IPsec with internet, over the internet. But you can see in the topology, is internet and MPLS connected? Here, do I have any link? No. So you know that internet can never establish any types of connection with MPLS color. Our MPLS, can I reach to the controller, let's say vmanage, right? Or this DC VH, vmanage, right? from this interface through MPLS? Can I reach? Can I reach to vManage from branch 1 VS from this interface over MPLS? No, never. Right? From the MPLS interface only I can reach to the controller over MPLS. From the internet I can only reach from this interface. From the MPLS over this interface, right? Ability. So if you don't want that your internet color should try to establish tunneling with MPLS color, then you can restrict the color. How we can restrict the
Sir,
color?
doubt in that scenario, like if I'm having two internet connection, then
Okay.
I does not need to make any restriction, right? Is
Yeah,
there a
correct.
possibility like
Because you know both the internet are connected. But internet and MPLS is not connected. Even here you don't need to run the restricted command. You can connect the MPLS and internet router as well. You can make reachability over here. Right? Then I can,
that point I got, that point I got, but my question is like if two internet connection is there and one MPLS connection, I have three connections.
okay.
In that scenario, I need these two. If you are applying that restrict command or something, means the same color only it will communicate, right?
Color. Right, correct.
Means to make this all to communicate, I need to use for the two interface like bits, bits internet.
So here we will use different color. Here I can use public internet. Here I can use busy internet. If you will not configure restriction, then it will try to establish tunnel with each other as well. Public color between public color and busy internet. And it can establish tunnel as well because both the internet will be connected. But in
Okay.
this case, it will like MPLS and internet, both color will try to establish tunnel with each other, but it cannot establish because there is no
In this
any
scenario, you
connectivity.
need to give for only for MPLS restrict.
Yes, MPLS and to internet also we can say restrict. Otherwise, internet will try to establish tunneling with MPLS. So on both the interface, we can run restrict command like this. Interface G0/0, sorry, in 0, interface G0/0, then we can say color, tunnel interface, then color is internet, and after that we can here add one keyword restrict. After running this command, the internet color means this T-lock will not try to establish any tunnel with MPLS. Got it? Got it, guys? So FD session. So with 4.4.4, how many BFD session are there? Two BFD session are there. One over MPLS and one over internet. One over MPLS and one over internet. We have BFD session. Two BFD sessions are there, right? By default, it is performing load balancing between internet and MPLS.
Yes.
Here we can restrict MPLS color and that both will not try to establish. So if you are going to configure restrict through CLI, then this is the way. 0 interface G0/0 interface color internet phase G0/1, then interface color LS. On all the router you need to add these commands. configuration. The command is it 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 interface, sorry, VPN 0 interface 0/0. So interface color is going to be what here? Is internet, and at the exit interface 0/1 color interface and then color ls. Finally commit. Only show command is showing in the history. Do it. And I will show you the IPsec inbound connection. Now, over the internet only I have IPsec. Over the internet only I have IPsec. Why? FTC. Over the internet only I have FDC. Who can fix it, troubleshoot it? What you will check? What will you check, guys? How you can fix it, troubleshoot it?
Might be the router is taking the best route only, no?
So MP T-locks. Here I should have how many T-locks of 4.4.4? 2. But how many T-locks are there? How many T-locks are there, guys? Only one. Only one, right? MPLS T-lock is not coming. Am I right? So you can try to do one thing. You can try to ping MPLS interface of DCVS from branch 1 VS. Yes or no? Ping 20.1.1.1 and source I am going to say G 0/1. If ping is working, ping is working. Ping is working, yes or no? Yes, ping is
So,
working. That means reachability is there. Yeah.
nothing, nothing.
Okay. Is working, and on case here you can try to ping 10.1.1 and source as, and so oh, 4.4.4 first T-lock is internet. 5.5.5 5.5.5 is advertising how many T-lock? 5.5.5 is internet and MPLS. Is internet and MPLS. Both the T-locks are coming from branch 1 VS1, right?
Yes, right.
But 4.4.4 is not advertising MPLS T-lock. Why? What we can check? We can check VPN 0 configuration once. So run and G. This troubleshooting. I am also trying to troubleshoot it. Phase 0/0 interface G0/1. Encapsulation protocol, this one, color MPLS restrict.
Why the BGP is not allowed?
BGP
BGP.
service is not required, no need to.
Okay. When you try to ping which IP you have taken, like which interface you have taken? 0/1 only, no?
Okay, we'll troubleshoot it after configuring these all other WAN edge devices. First, let me configure other WAN edge device. So, guys, tell me the command for
Sir, anyway, check on this. No, can we we smart. If the route is coming from this,
on the VS Smart. We cannot check the routes. Like here on the VS Smart, you can only verify the OMP setting.
that only in IMP session did that network route that is sharing by.
So, when we are not able to see the TLOC of DCVS over MPLS on DCVH, when we are not able to verify that on 4.4.4, so definitely we will not find the TLOC of 4.4.4 over MPLS on VS Smart also. Only one TLOC is there.
Then that communication issue, this TLOG, I think this
Communication
information,
issue is not there.
not communication issue, but it is not sharing that information to vSmart, no?
Even it is not generating the TLOC for the MPLS interface.
Okay.
But in the
Can we
DC,
try to shut down that interface and now shut down and
the
see?
DCVH also we are not able to find that. So OMP, here also you can see there is only one TLOC of 4.4.4. Config and the interface G slash shut down.
0/1, no?
I shut down the internet interface.
Yeah, yeah.
Do so. Control connection. Check. Okay, I got the issue. Have you guys got the issue? What is the issue? Issue over here is, tell me one thing. Can this DCVH reach to vManage from this interface? Can DCVH reach to vManage from this interface? Like
Yeah, I think there is no.
These are the part of routing only, right? Let me. I am going to ping vman is ping 100.1.1.1 and source G0/1. Will ping work? Working, by the way. How ping is working then? Route should be there. 100.1.1. So working.
I think it will be working because the another interface you already shut down, right? It should not work now. But you are advertising this network, no?
N0.
100.1 network, it is been advertised, no?
Okay, we advertise it. So
Yeah, yeah,
here
yeah.
will
Yeah, yeah. Route issue will be not there.
that is not the
Then check now. Right now we have
slash
only.
0 of the port is no set. VPN 0. For a moment, I am going to down internet interface. Okay,
Okay.
interface 0/0 and says shutdown. So IP route prefix is coming now.
Yeah, that prefix is coming. Already you advertised from BGP, no? That one I'm
So
telling you.
control connection. Yep. Doc docs. Now it's
And now MPLS is coming.
that means it is performing what? Load balancing. Sorry, best path selection, right? So the one from 0/0 interface from the internet controllers are directly reachable. But default route is directly connected network, correct? So it is
Right, right.
preferring, right? It is
That is the
preferring,
that is the reason.
yes, it is preferring BGP, sorry, internet over MPLS, right? So that's why when internet is coming up, then it is removing the MPLS. So OMP logs, but it should have the T-log even in the base. Now it's fine. Now both the T-logs are there, correct? Now both the T-logs are here, and let,
I think we should wait for some time now.
yeah, yeah,
So
waiting. After some time also will verify.
yeah,
Load
because
OMP T-logs on branch 1 VS. I am going to verify T-log of 4.4.4. Now MPLS T-log is coming, as well as internet T-log is coming. So now how many BFD session I will have here with TCVS? So BFD with 4.4.2 two VFD sessions are there. One over MPLS and one over internet. But MPLS is
down
down.
you can see I think that routing issue only because there is one connected route, so that BGP route is not coming in picture because that interface is not utilizing. No, the this BFT session it should travel through if
Internet directly connected network.
yeah directly connected. Also, then only this if this message is passing to the traffic is passing to the V bond also for registration or to share this information, it should utilize that specific interface, no?
Correct. Okay, we'll come on this soon after configuring other vanished devices, other VSAs. Okay.
Okay.
So for now, tell me the configuration of branch 1 VH2. Here we are going to say VPN 0, then interface D0/1, no shutdown, IP address. What will be IP address over here? 10.1.3.1/24. Then we are going to say tunnel interface. We are going to define color here, MPLS, and restrict.
First,
Then
encapsulation,
IPsec, then allow service,
all
all, allow
allow
service,
service, netconf,
net conf, and allow
service SSHD,
service S.
HD.
Then
And
guys,
BGP we need to configure.
router
BGP
BGP
1
1 neighbor
neighbor
10.1.3.2
to
and remote AS.
1000.
Then finally
Connect.
copy it, admin T command is sensitive. Again I am going to paste all these commands, and this time you can see all the commands are accepted. Okay, so ping 100.1.1 and source D0/1. Done. Now let me configure branch 3 VH. On branch 3 VH, IP address is 4.1. Sorry, branch 2
Yeah,
4.1.
for 1.
Color and the all things.
For, yeah, for
Copy and configure. All the commands are accepted. Now which router? One. So IP address is what? 5.1.
right. Yes, yes.
5.1. And neighbor IP address is 5.
I think we made some mistake.
Where?
Like BGP AS number we used for everyone
Oh,
1. That side we had not noticed. Like from last place, I
where?
think that's, yeah. Means I think we need to remove all that command, no? Complete.
Why we move all the commands? I am going to use the BGP command only.
Yeah, that only BGP command we need to completely
Yes.
remove. Yeah, no. Yeah, right. I think you should exit from there. you should exit from the, then give no command. Not for that one. First one. I think neighbor spelling mistake. Not right.
Running? Yes, BGP one is running.
Yes. Then try to give router in VPN 0. No router BGP one only. Yeah. Now you can give that the same command, other command. Router BGP to
10.1 dot.
4.1. 4.1 only. 4.2, sorry. 4.2. 4.2. Remote as. Yeah, I think it will form. Yeah, it's established. Hello?
Able?
Yes, yes. It's established now.
Done.
Yeah.
So let me now configure branch 3.
And here also we need to change
IP
BGP,
is correct, neighbor IP address is correct.
BGP 3.
Copy. Key. Memory. Where is idle? Done. Now finally,
Find one more. Right.
7. At 50. All done, guys. Now here I am going to let's and so IP check bond. With 5.5.5, how many IPsec sessions are there? 5.5.5. I am talking about branch 4 means side 4 and branch 1. Or let's say let me talk about between branch 4 and branch 2. Between branch 4 and branch 2 means between 9.9.9 and 7.7.7.
There should be two.
Dot 9 dot how many IP section are there? Dot 7.7.9. One is over here. Over which transport?
MPLS.
Over one is over here. For which transport?
7 dot in this internet.
And if you will not configure the restrict command, then
It
still
will
you
be
will
4.
have two
I think
IP
more
sec,
than it will be there,
but
no? 4 will be there, no?
but it will be trying for, yes. You will be unsuccessful.
2 will be unsuccessful, but it will be
Yes,
showing.
it will be okay. Now in the same way you can check BFD also. So BFD, we have similar output, right? So BFD 9.9 and 7.7.7. Correct? Both are. But with DC 4.4.4 here you can see one is down, right? So we
Yeah.
need to troubleshoot this one. Why it's happening? Why MPLS down on the
Because the traffic need to, when these two routes are there, one is connected route, that administrative distance is very low.
so
So
same we have on 7.7.7 also, brother. I have on default route over this link and is getting this
no, no, no,
facility.
no. This is connected route. For like 100.1 means there is no reachability to the 100 dot network.
Where from here?
Here there is one connector. If you check the routing table, it will be like there will be not at all specific, because here you
Here
can see
100
two
network is
routes.
directly connected. Default. It is not using default route, right?
Yeah, it is not using default route. Instead, it is using like 100 dot connector route. Means administrative distance will be 1. So that in routing table only this will be not visible. But for example, for other branches, the default route is there, and also there will be like a direct route to this 10 dot network.
For a moment, what I am going to do, I am going to down, let's say, internet link on DC. If internet will goes down, then MPLS will come up, right?
What happened last time?
Last time the even the T-lock were not there for the MPLS.
That only once you make that interface shut down, this interface shut down, then it started establishing.
Now here again going to check the MPLS is still Are you able to see, guys? Visible. There is issue.
Yes, yes, it's still down.
State over here is down. So, so IP dot 20 subnet is there. Yes, 20 subnet in the routing table. On DC dot why these subnets are not coming here? One, these are not there in table on DCVH. Ping, ping, say 10.1.2.1 and source /1. Here is the issue. My point.
Okay.
But question is, we have already advertised these all prefixes in BGP. We have already advertised these prefixes in BGP on MPLS router. Am I right?
Right.
The
Yes, sir.
MPLS router we have advertised. We verify it on DC. So IP route BGP. Here all the prefixes are coming. So IP summary. Neighbor is also there. Even neighbor is up. What is the issue? Can anyone tell me? If anyone have idea about the BGP, they can tell me. What is the issue?
Uh,
Okay, tell me, when BGP router advertise their prefixes to iBGP neighbor, will router modify the next hop IP address?
no, with the next top IP address only it will be sharing.
Right?
Yeah.
So if the DC switch is going to advertise, let's say this prefix 10.1.2.0 to DCVS with MPLS router interface IP address, will it install that in their table? Is this interface reachable?
I think that network is not advertised.
Not advertise. So either I can advertise this subnet in the BGP on DC switch so that this subnet will become reachable from DC, or
Yeah.
here I can say next hop help. I can create one route map to modify the next hop IP address. So let me try to advertise first this WAN link in BGP on DC switch. How to advertise? Router BGP case number
BGP.
100 and network 10.1.1.0 mask 255.255.255 dot.
So,
Now let me the edge routing table IP route BGP. Now you can see all the prefixes are clear, guys. The issue and the solution. And now if I am
yeah.
going to ping, still ping is not working. Now ping should work at least. Now why ping is not working? Even route is there.
Still when they are see now This route is already came up.
So IP route 10.1.2.0 non via BGP and next hop IP address is 10.1.1.2 the MPLS interface IP address. And to reach in this subnet, next hop IP address is 20.2 DC switch IP address. First of all, let me 20.1.1. Done. And let me LS router dot 1.1. Working dot 2.1. In
I think
VPN
in this
0,
mm,
in 0 this network is not reachable. One
there is a
second.
chance. There is a chance. Like I think in this router, MPLS router, we have not advanced this 10.1.1 network. So if this the other network when it is getting the route no
On the
5 dot
MPLS router, we don't need to advertise, na?
no, I am telling one possibility not sure because can you check the branch one route?
Even from this interface, I am not able to ping DCVH. Again, guys, there is
Yeah,
connectivity issue.
no. This issue which I was thinking is like when this router is advertising the route to this branch, no, it will not modify the next hop, no. The next hop will be 10.1
Which router? MPLS router?
MPLS router when advertising this network, whatever network, yeah, the, not that network.
No, whenever router advertise prefixes to their eBGP neighbor, it always modify the next hop.
Okay,
This one is eBGP.
yeah, okay, correct.
That is the loop avoidance mechanism in
Yeah.
case of iBGP.
Understood.
But again, here we have connectivity issue only. We need to troubleshoot. Where is the connectivity?
Can we trace route?
PS link. Out 1.4. This switch is reachable. Well, from VH VH only we need. one thing on DC on route map. Route permit it up all this router or 100 1 border route. Now ping is working. Now let me try to ping branch 1 BS1 is accessible. Okay. So guys, there was connectivity. So you can perform the connectivity. There are many ways, right? Various ways are there for the connectivity. The requirement is reachability. There should be reachability between all the sites over both the transport, our internet and MPLS, and now there is reachability. Now if you are going to check here the BFD session or the IPsec session, then our MPLS it's still down. Wait for some time to come up. Ping 20.1.1 from here. 1 ping dot 1.1 happening. I'm able to branch 1 from the DC was working. Now again it's not working. Now there is nothing. Not receiving any prefix from BGP. What happened? So I so BGP is just on, not advertising any prefixes. Why? Now DCBH is not advertising any prefixes to CVH. I think these are the issue of simulation. Benji,
maybe.
So run BGP. So route map is a router BGP number 100.
Just try clearing IPs. This no.
Are soft in. And
Yeah,
now,
something
now
thing is
thing has
happening.
started working. From branch 1, now I am able to the DCVH. Right, so the issue was because of simulation only. Okay, there is no any issue, guys. There is reachability. And now let me take you to again branch 4 router. Yes, and again you can see this ping is also started working. And now let me check the BFD session. Now BFD session is up our MPLS. Okay, now I am
Right.
going to up the internet interface as well on the TCVS.
Okay.
Clear everyone?
Understood.
What about others?
Yes.
Interface is just yes, clear to all. Vivek, Kuteshwar, Siddharth, Anand.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So by default, it perform load balancing over all the transportation. Now internet is slowing down. Now it's up. Both are okay. So hope now you can verify these all by default sessions. TLS or TLS station connection, IPsec, BFT, OMP, everything. So OMP, how many OMP pairing will be there, guys? Only one. Okay. So we'll have only one OMP session over all the transport. What next? Now you can see the SD-WAN. We have onboarded all the WAN edge devices and we have integrated to transport. Correct? And everything is working fine in front of you. Yeah. If it is okay for everyone, then please let me know so that I can move further. There was connectivity issue only. If the connectivity is there, automatically it can establish IPsec and PFD session. If I am going to add one more transport here, only we need to make reachability, nothing else. Clear?
Yes.
Now let's talk about
Yes.
service VPN. Let's talk about service VPN. See, on any managed devices, the side 4 or in branch 1 VS1, branch 1 or branch 2 I am going. So IP route VPN 0. So we have prefixes in VPN 0 only, right? Till now I have not configured service side. Now I have not configured service side faces. So in service side, which VPN you want to use? First of all, you have to decide the VPN. For an example, I am going to use VPN 10 over here. So in VPN 10, I am going to add these two interfaces and then we can configure any routing protocol over here. Let's say I'm going to configure OSPF. So what will happen through OSPF? It is going to receive these all subnet my DCVH and after that it will advertise whatever prefixes it will advertise, it will redistribute that in OMP, because here we have what guys, OMP session, right? OMP session. Automatically by default, always keep in mind, by default OSPF will be redistributed into OMP. One connected route is also redistributed into OMP by default. A static route is also by default redistributed into OMP. And then it is going to, like VSmart is going to advertise it to other WAN device. Branch 1 VS1. But will branch 1 VS1 accept that prefix? Yes, it can accept if VPN 10 is there. VPN is similar like what I told you, VRF, right? So if I have a router, if I have topology like this, R1, I2, R3. This is a service provider network. Here service provider network, and here I have, let's say, MPB session between R1 and R3. R1, R3. Here I have here. Now on router number 1 I have 2 VRF. On router number 3 also I have, no, let's say here I have VRF A and VRF. Guys, in VRF A I am advertising one prefix 10.1.1.0/24, right? So R1 is going to advertise it to R3, but will R3 accept it? If there is VRF A, then it can accept, it can install this prefix in VRF A. But if VRF A does not exist on router number 3, then it can not install it.
Reject. Yeah.
Right? In the same way, here in the DCVS, I have created VPN 10. So VPN 10 must be there in the branch 1 VS, yes or no?
Other, yeah.
Or the branch 1
Other
VS,
end.
other
Yeah.
end. Otherwise, it will not accept, correct?
Right.
So first of all, we need to create VPN 10 on all the WAN devices. And one more thing, what I told you, by default OSPF is redistributed into OMP, right? Through OMP it is going to advertise to this WAN is OMP, and here again you are running OSPF. So by default OMP is not redistributed into OSPF. So here we have to configure what? Redistribution. And whatever configuration we are learning here, will do these all configuration through templates also, right? Like VPN 0 configuration till now. Here if I will talk about the configuration, whatever configuration we have performed here till now, right? So what are the configuration there, guys? System configuration is there. So we'll learn how to create template for system configuration. Under system there are various things, right? For all those things we'll create the template. Then we have configure VPN 0. So we'll create one template for VPN 0. Then we have added the interface there. So we'll create one template for interface configuration. And on the interface, we are going to define color, encapsulation, IP address, everything. And then now we are learning service VPN configuration. So we'll see the configuration through template also. Like the BGP, here I have enabled the BGP. So later we are going to enable BGP here with the help of template, where I will create template on the vManage. Clear?
One doubt, like only OSPF or any EIGRP, all other protocols also can
Any
redistribute.
protocol you can run.
No. I'm checking like you told no, automatically it will be sharing. If OSPF we are doing, then OSPF will be redistributing automatically
So what I
to.
told you, OSPF, static route and connected.
Okay, only these three
All
protocols,
these
no
three.
EHRP.
Yes. Even I will show you that while creating the template. In the template, you will see which protocols are by default redistributed into OMP. Okay, that is the part of operating. So let's understand first through CLI. Okay, but otherwise, guys, if I want to configure it directly through templates, I can do it because all the WAN devices are onboarded on vManage. Now I can perform all the configuration through template as well. But just I want to teach you first through the CLI. Even you will not find this configuration, service side configuration through CLI on YouTube, right? Because everyone is configuring through templates only. But it's good to practice first through CLI. Okay, so let me access first DCVS, and here I am going to get one service VPN. Which VPN? VPN 10. Which interface you will add here? Interface G0/2 I am going to add in VPN 10. Then no set and IP address. What is the IP address over here? 10.10.0.1/24. Right? And which protocol you want to enable? Tell me the name of protocol. OSPF, so router, OSPF, process 1, area, process F, router ID is there, metric distance,
I
area,
think you does not need to tell the process ID. I think it will take
area
default.
0. And then on which interface you want to enable? Interface E0 by, this is the command. I am not going to change network type and those things. By default network type is going to be what? Broadcast, right? If you want to configure point to point here, we can say network and then broadcast or point to point. So let me make it point to point. Fine. Is this command
I
clear?
think we have not configured IP address, no, for those interfaces.
I have already configured the IP.
Okay, then I missed something.
Here is the IP.
Yeah, sorry.
10.10.0.1. Is this command clear? Enter and that's it. So now here how many VPNs are there? So run VPN 0 is there, and so run in VPN 0 which routing protocol I am running? TCP, right? How many interfaces are there? 0/0 and 0/1. And then I have one another VPN here. In VPN 0 I have one default route as well, right? That
Yes,
is in
towards
VPN
internet.
0. Always keep in mind, this is not the part of VRF 10 or VPN 10. Now, so run VPN 10. In VPN 10, which routing protocol I am running? OSPF.
OSP,
On which interface OSPF is enabled?
gigabit 0,
What is network type?
point to point,
Okay. And then which interface is there in VPN 10?
gigabyte is 0.
The IP. Fine. Now, if I will enable OSPF on the internal DC router, then automatically OSPF neighborship will come up, right? So let me access the internal router here. Say no, and we need to back add again. Well, fig interface F0/0 set IP address 10.10.0.255.255.255.0 IP OSPF network point to point exit interface loopback 1 IP address 192.168.100.155.255.255.0. I am going to configure network point to point here also on interface. Otherwise, OSPF network type is going to be loopback. By default, OSPF network type on the loopback interface is loopback, and on the loopback network type, OSPF always advertise prefix as 32. So that's why here I have changed. This is loopback. One configuration. Exit and let back to here also. Back to and loopback 3. Back to IP address is going to be 101. Subnet is 101.0. On loopback 3, my subnet is going to be, guys, 100.3. Let me copy the commands, and one more thing here you can do, that is what here we need to call OSPF on the loopback interface as well, na? IP OSPF 1 area on fast Ethernet/0 also F1 area at this places. Here this configuration.
Yeah, right.
Then if you want, you can configure router OSPF 1 and router ID also. Router ID, for an example, 1.1. Here, copy, and I am going to paste it over here. Now I am expecting OSPF neighborship here. So IP OSPF neighbor is in which state? Next start state. Now neighbor is in which state? Full state. Done. So guys,
Yes.
here in VPN 10, on the DCVS in VPN 10, I am expecting all the internal prefixes, right? So IP route VPN 10. This way you can verify. For that, so OSPF and neighbor. So you can see 10.10.0.2 is the neighbor state is full. Interface is this one, right? And so IP route VPN 10. In VPN 10, you can see I am receiving all these three internal subnet. Here is the VPN ID. Clear?
Yes.
Now OSPF will be automatically redistributed into OMP. So OMP PS, and there is OMP pairing with VS Smart. So this VS is going to advertise it to VS Smart, and VS Smart will advertise it to all other WAN edge devices. Yes or no?
Yes.
So let me take you to branch 1 VS1 here. So IP route. In the routing table, are you able to find 192 subnet? No. Why, guys? Because VPN 10 is not there. So let me create VPN 10 here. VPN 10 interface G0 by, right, and no cert. And for now, just I am going to commit. We'll do the configuration later. And after that, I am going to show you the routing table again. So IP route. Now, are you able to see its internal prefixes?
Yes, yes. We are getting
How it is coming? Through which protocol?
OMP.
Through OMP protocol. 192.168.1 dot, sorry, 100.0. Coming
Yes.
from both
Two
sides.
links.
Link
Yeah. Two links.
and all the prefixes. And now here, if you will configure OSPF between this VS and this internal router, what will happen? It will advertise to router, and then these submit and this submit can communicate. Means DC and branch 1 can. But guys, by default, OMP is not going to redistribute into OSPF. So here we have to perform what? So let me take you to branch 1 VS1 and let me configure the interface. VPN 10 interface G0 by 2, no such IP address. What will be IP here? 10.10.1.
10.10.1.1
Here I am going to configure and as
/24.
24. Exit, and then a router
OSP.
OSPF area 0 interface is 0 by 2 and
Yeah.
the network is here
Point
we
to point.
cannot configure point to
Yeah,
point
yeah, broadcast,
because
broadcast. It will be
but
broadcast.
by default it is broadcast only.
Yeah. We can, I think we can end up. Yeah.
Then done. Now let me take you to internal router here. On this internal router we need configuration, so I have already notepad. On G on F0/0 IP is going to be 10.10.0.10. Here I am configuring on the internal router.
No, no, no. You need to change one, like 10.10.1.10.
10
One,
dot and 1 dot
one,
1.10.
1.2 or 1.2, you can use anything. Yeah.
2 I will use on
Yeah.
branch 1 VS2.
Okay.
So that's why here I have used 10. I have removed the network command.
Yeah. And
Enable
also,
OSPF this,
yeah, that is fine.
and here it is going to be what 10.0,
Yeah.
11.0
Yeah. Mid you can, yeah.
and 12.0.
Yeah.
Router ID I am going to dot 2.2 dot copy, paste it over. What happened?
What you are trying to copy first, you need to give now.
First of all, I am not. What happened? Others people are not participating in the Q&A. Class going boring, guys. Are you getting me, Anand? Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This one, am audible?
Yes, sir.
Getting my point? What I am doing here?
Yeah.
Now you know many things. So let me paste the command now. All the commands are accepted. I am expecting OSPF neighborship, so IP OSPF per OSPF neighborship will ping 10.10.1.1. Neighbor is
Found.
formed, and so IP OSPF interface brief. OSPF is enabled on all interfaces. Let me take you to branch 1 VS1, and so IP route VPN 10. VPN 10, guys. Here you can see I am receiving these all subnets, as well as I am receiving all the subnet of DC, right?
Yeah.
Right. But on the internal router in branch 1, you will not find DC prefixes. So IP route OSPF not there. Reason is redistribute.
The redistribution, we need to do the
We
redistribution.
need to redistribute OMP into OSPF here on branch 1 VS1, as well as on DC VS we need to redistribute OMP into
Yeah.
a router OSPF of all VPN 10 router OSPF, and then
Redist yeah. Redistribute
redistribute OMP
OSP, OMP. Yeah.
nothing, commit. And after the commit, let me verify the internal router routing table. So IP route OSPF, now you can see I am receiving all the external prefixes of this, right?
Right.
And in the DCVS also we can do same thing. VS 150 and VPN 10, router OSPF and redistribute OMP. Then now go to internal router. Check. These are guys E2 prefixes, right? External prefixes, correct? And now these two sites can communicate with each other. From DC internal router I am going to ping branch 1. Ping 192.168.10.1 and source 192.168.100. Ping is working, right? Ping is working. Sites are able to communicate. In the same way, we need to make reachability between all the sites. We can use traceroute command also. Traceroute 192.168.10.1 source 192.168.100.1 and say no. From where traffic is going, guys? This is the IP address of DCVH. This is the IP address of branch 1 VH. Are you able to track any hope between VH to VH? This is the IP address of this interface. The IP address of this interface. This is the IP address of this interface, and this is the IP address of. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because here we have direct IPsec.
Yeah, tunnel is the.
Right, through tunnel traffic is going. That's why we
Yes.
are not able to trace routers.
Yeah.
Here. From the vManage also, you can check it.
As you told, we are having two tunnels, right? IPsec tunnel for through one through MPLS and one through.
Yes,
So you told by default it will be doing
load balancing.
load balancing means first one it will be going through.
Yeah, it is performing load balancing only, na?
Okay, okay.
Right now it is performing load balancing on the DCVS1. You can verify it. So IPsec inbound connection. So between 4.4.4 and 5.5.5, how many IPsec sessions are there? One is this one, our MPLS, and one is this one, our internet. So it is doing what? Load balancing. How I can verify the load balancing? From the vManage we can verify it. The network. To DH, and here is the real time option, right? Troubleshooting is also there. Troubleshooting, the troubleshooting you can see ping is there, trace route is there, right? The real time we can run the command here on DCVS. Let's say I want to run so IP route, so IP route or IP routes command is there, right? So this command is going to give you the routing table. In which VPN? Let's say in VPN 10 I want to see routing table. Which type of, all types, everything. Here you can see all the routes in VPN 10. On which router? On. Then in the troubleshooting we have two options. One is simulate. We can check the flow, to check the path, to check the transport, right? Or we can here use trace route also. In the trace route again you cannot find the transport hubs. So destination IP address 192.168.10.1, VPN ID 10, right?
Yeah.
And source interface, I'm going to select this one, G0 by 2 and start. So here also you can see we have similar output, right? Traffic is going to 10.1.10.10.1.1, which is exactly the other side, VH, branch 1 VH. Am I right?
I think now they are using MPLS link.
Where is that information?
Sorry.
No. If you want to check that, here is the another option. Again DCVS, and in the troubleshooting we can simulate the path, simulate flow, right? And after that you can select here VPN 10. The source interface I am going to select G0 by 2. Source IP address is going to be 10.10.0.1. Is the service interface of DCVS, and destination IP address I am going to say 10.10.1.1 was the IP na here on this
Yes,
interface.
yes.
Yes, right. So between this IP and this IP I can simulate the path. That application you can choose by default. If you are not going to select the application, it will select all the protocol and those things we can check, but for now I am going to. So you can see traffic is going from internet also and MPLS also. It is performing what? Load balancing, right? First traffic will reach to 4.4.4 DCVS, and DCVS is going to forward traffic to biz internet also, and MPLS also. It is performing load balancing over these two color. Here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now it's your chance to make reachability between all the sites. So you have 5 days. Again, you have lab. You can
Okay. I think
configure
lab
the
still
setting.
now it is not accessible, I think.
And now it is accessible now again.
Let me check.
So you all have already integrated the internet, right? First you need to integrate MPLS today or tomorrow whenever you have time, and after that you need to configure what service side. Okay.
Sir, I think through we are not able to access. Can anybody try and update?
192.161 dot.
With public IP, we are not able.
So IP has changed na yesterday.
Okay.
That's why. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can share in our group that IP. I think you stopped the recording, na?
So after the class I will add the netting.
Okay. Okay. And also, sir, I think as we discussed, like that fourth video and the last two, I think one is missing from you, right?
One is missing, that is
Yeah.
A7.
Yeah, that is fine because I think the similar configuration only we are doing
Yes.
done in yesterday. So you can provide that fourth video, fifth yesterday you shared.
Can you send
Fourth,
me the link of day 4 on my YouTube channel
yeah,
once?
I will share it in the group. I will share.
I will check and after that I will.
Yeah, this is fourth one and last 2 days, no, yesterday's and
Yeah,
today's.
yesterday and today's I will upload today.
Okay. This one I shared in that group right now, and also share that IP, sir. Once you.
IP same. Only I need to change the IP address in the netting.
Okay, okay, okay.
Right? From your end everything is same. Okay. So you can try to access the lab just after 10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
So can I turn off the lab, my lab now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All
Yes, sir.
clear? You can
Yes.
see DC and
Yes.
side 1 is able to ping. Now what I am expecting from you all next weekend, that all should be able to communicate in your lab. In your lab I am going to test. I have access of your lab also. I am going to directly ping from, let's say, site 2 to site 4, and I will check reachability is there or not. There should be reachability. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.